Messi until they get good. We gotta get the consistency. 3, 2, 1, go. And it's gonna take a while. YouTube's gonna hate that one. YouTube doesn't watch this shit anyway. They're too busy bat chesting over Super Auto Pets, and I love them for it. This is like honest. This is after Chicago Cubs pitcher Kerry Wood had what many people thought was career-ending Tommy John surgery, and he had to completely rework the muscle motions he went through to throw a 92-mile-an-hour changeup. That's what we're doing right now. Like, we're in, essentially, this is like physical rehabilitation. We're in rehab right now, learning how to throw again, so that we can actually still have a career. It's gonna take a bit. Wasn't he good before the surgery? Why don't you look at the Chicago Cubs record from that era and tell me? That was not even close. How do you know so much about Kerry Wood? I played World Series Baseball 2003 for many hundreds of hours. Back when I thought there was absolutely no doubt that the Oakland Athletics were the most underrated team in baseball. Focus. Channel it. Use it. Don't knock him up on the pole. That's all I could ask. 2 quick ones. We knew we weren't getting 3. We'll take 2 quick ones. 2 slow ones. We'll stand by that. That puts us built-in time save for the future. Billy Beane is a joke. He never won a championship. Look, it would make Moneyball better if he had won a championship. But, I mean, it's pretty amazing what he was able to do with a small cap, or not cap, but small budget baseball team versus, like, you know, the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Cardinals, and it's pretty impressive. Like, I mean, the odds are stacked against a team that doesn't have unlimited money. Didn't they use the tactics to win the championship with the Red Sox in, like, the next season? I don't know. I haven't seen Moneyball 2 yet. Don't spoil it, please. Surely he simply lucked out. Look, if any sport is not driven by luck, it's got to be baseball. They play 162 damn games a season. It's like the only sport where there's actually like a law of large numbers factor at play, which is also why I don't watch it, because that shit is too damn long. What the hell? Okay, start me again. I actually, like, genuinely, I thought that was perfect, but I'll take it. Are you gonna watch the 2022 F1 season? Nope. Start me again. Basically, like 0% chance, essentially. I don't even watch, like, the hockey season, and that's a sport I actually like that comes on at a time where sane people can watch the television.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle.
I can't be the guy who's staying up until midnight to watch, like, the Brazil GP, or waking up at 4 a.m. to see... Oh, no, it's not... Dude, honestly, it's a pleasure to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch Monaco. I'll just do what I always do. I'll wake up at, like, you know, 7 a.m. and then go to Twitter, and Twitter's trending topics will just be Perez, Raikkonen, Hamilton, Verstappen, and then I'll just be like, I already know how the race went. Perez probably collided a little bit. He cut off Verstappen, and then all the Verstappen fans are like, "Ah, it's rigged, it's rigged." And then Hamilton gets driver of the day, and all the Verstappen fans are like, "Oh, it's rigged." That was it, man. New Survivor season. Yo, new Survivor season. When does this start? March something. You can bat chest it, that's fine. March 9th? That's so soon! That's like Vidal, it's Sassoon. It's a little shampoo joke for you. Bet you didn't think I would know that one. I forgot how to... I literally had to come up with the instructions for bomb clip at runtime. I didn't know what I was doing. Survivor fans, by the way, are not like Bat Chest. You're actually... You don't know what you're talking about. Survivor fans are actually like Madge. People who just watch Survivor, like me, are Bat Chest. People who describe themselves as Survivor fans are like... I haven't enjoyed a season since Blood in the Water. I haven't enjoyed a season for 12 years. At the end of every season, I rewatch every season. Just to point out the flaws. At least that's my experience. This show's been eating shit since Redemption Island. Oh, can't wait. I'm in 17 different fantasy leagues this year. Survivor has one hater. It's me. Describe Kitchen Nightmares fans? You're just asking me to describe myself. Bald, handsome, not sick at all. A role model to those around him. Father of the Year. The only problem I have with Kitchen Nightmares is Gordon, honestly. I think on every episode of Kitchen Nightmares, there should be another person that tastes the food and goes and actually gives their honest opinion. Thank you. I almost split there. Because I think that Gordon is incentivized to say that the food is worse than it is. I wish there was like almost like a behind the scenes where like a producer is like, I tried it, it was actually pretty good, but we had to say that it was bad in order to build the moment. That's like 4 times in a row we've done that. UK Kitchen Nightmares is better. Well, like, we've talked about this before. I like them both for their own reasons. UK Kitchen Nightmares actually feels like a show where they're trying to, like, save restaurants. US Kitchen Nightmares feels like a show where they spotlight the most insane citizens in the United States of America. So I like them both because I find it entertaining in both of those spheres, but the UK Kitchen Nightmares is like, look at this nice older couple who tried to start a restaurant, but like they're not that good at it. And occasionally there's some shouting, but you know, it comes from a place of trying to improve. American Kitchen Nightmares is like, look at this damn freak show. This guy stole $500,000 from his own kid to start a restaurant where they serve frozen burgers. Take me up, coach. Look at that. Not so bad. My name's Nino. Damn, show me that episode. That's a real episode. It's called like Burger Shack or something. I forget. It's like the Burger Hut. I can't remember. It's an Australian guy who may or may not have some connections with the Australian mafia. He starts a burger restaurant where he serves, like, garbage burgers. with like frozen Australian beef, and then like puts it up against the chef's homemade burger, and then tries to convince himself it tastes better. Hope the Kitchen Nightmares is still going strong. Kitchen Nightmares YouTube channel, I should say. Gordon Ramsay loses his mind at the physics impossible phrase, fresh frozen. When the beef is sussy. So true, so true. Muscle memory has returned to me. This is the first time I've actually had hopium. We're cutting our copium supply with hopium. Look at that. How do you feel about MasterChef reaction streamers? You can just say Hassan. Like, I already know. As soon as you get that specific, if you say React streamers, you know, you could be looking for a general take. If you say MasterChef, I know who you're talking about. I knew it was coming too. I literally don't care what anyone else does on this website. That's my take on it. Hey, Kirk Pone, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. I appreciate it. I hope that you agree with me, otherwise you might want a refund on that. But don't make me tap the sign. Okay, line it up. Here we go. Still up. Quick nug, thank you as well, thank you. Don't you care, like, if people are calling the legitimacy of the platform into question? Not at all, like, cause, like, I don't know, it's been like 10 years of this shit on YouTube, and then, like, the moral panic finally makes its way to Twitch. People were doing crazy shit on YouTube. They were abusing their kids, they were doing, like, you know, prank videos that were, like, telling someone, like, their dad died when they didn't really die. You know, there's, like, some fucked up stuff that happened on YouTube. We went through the same kind of, like, moral panic. They changed some of the TOS, and now, like, you know, this shit doesn't happen anymore, and YouTube's still going strong, you know? Don't kill me! I deserve to live! I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. I know it's been a while, sweetheart. We hardly talked. I was doing my thing. One day I'm gonna not Simone that. I wouldn't say it doesn't happen on YouTube anymore, but that's the thing. Like, there's literally, like, you know, 1 billion minutes of video uploaded to YouTube, like, every second. That you might not want to quote me on that figure, necessarily. You can make it. So, like, whenever people are like, aren't you worried that, like, the worst 1% of the planet is gonna ruin Twitch by, like, watching television? I'm like, no! Probably restart this one real quick. I'm like, nah, man. The worst thing that could happen is basically, like, because of all the drama that's been on YouTube over the years, I've had to do, like, a ton of changes to, like, my YouTube workflow. Like, now every time that I upload a video, I have to say that I'm not, like, doing a Jimmy Kimmel style Halloween prank to my kid constantly. Like, it just, you have to be like, no, I'm not daddy of 5. No, I'm not doing, like, a cryptocurrency rug pull. No, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm not showing any beheadings in this video. It's just like, you know, things happen on the platform, and then they, you know, issue, like, a little TOS change, and then you work out your workflow, and then, blah, blah, blah. I already spent way too much time on this website. I'm not going to spend my time outside of work being like, here's an essay on why I'm, like, worried that someone breaking an embargo is going to reflect poorly on the industry. Chance of finishing a run, 35%. Futuristic tree. Maroon font color. Just like, you know, I don't think you should necessarily take a laissez-faire attitude to morality to begin with. Like, if you... And people always do this, like, you know, if you're like, I don't really concern myself with, like, what other people do on YouTube or Twitch, unless it's, like, you know, actively hurting me. They're like, oh, so if you saw someone, like, being murdered in the street, you wouldn't even call the police? No, I'd probably call the police. But, you know, Lord grant me the strength to change the things I can change, accept the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. I was in. Okay, this is not a rage reset, but I'm going to reset this one just because it felt wrong. We still got an hour and 24 minutes before Jackbox. We can do this. We can do this. 3, 2, 1, go. That was not rage. The last one was rage. I said no. I shouted no like Caesar. The vibes were off in that one. Zoms? No. Zoms is an end of stream Marty. Hey, I baked a cake for you. I've never heard what she said here.
Peach.
Do you need to eat a banana and calm down? Yesterday I was a little ornery. It definitely was because even though the stream started late, I was hungry, man. My day got all screwed up by some correspondence that we had with our daycare provider. Where she was like, your baby has had a runny nose. Have you had a COVID test? And then we had to, like, take a little screenshot of the government basically being like, please don't get tested unless you're literally on the verge of death. So my morning got a little bit screwed up by that. She was pranking me 2008 style. But we did buy some rapid COVID tests. Because apparently our government is incapable of actually supplying them to people. So we purchased some. So honestly, maybe we could have like maybe we could have a subscriber goal. If we hit 50,000 subs, I will do a rapid COVID test on air. I had it, man. I had it. I'll even have swab cam. Gifters, let's go. I'd be so pissed if it came back positive, though. I'd have to delete the VOD for sure. Oh, it was a 1 in chat. Come on. Fool's Red. That's Fool's Red, man. Good title for a YouTube video. I tested for COVID on stream. Not clickbait. I'm gonna prank my mom with a fake COVID test. Dude, it got her so good, she even took like a week off work she couldn't afford to miss, dude, because she cared about public health. Mom, you're so owned. Nailed it. Never seen it done like that before. Nice movement. I think, like, honestly, we're going through a little bit of a Mario slump here, and that's okay. The way you get through a slump is you remember all things will pass, including this, and you just have fun with it. You just have fun with it like that. I think, you know, let's look at, we got an hour and 20 minutes here. You know what we have to do? No matter what, we have to finish this run. That's how we're gonna break the slump. We have to keep pushing through the difficult sections where we're playing like a little lazy. Finish the run no matter what. Use that confidence to carry forward for the future. That's the way you do it. I don't know what happened to my muscle memory, man. He will finish this run, Copium. I'm gonna make it. This run's gonna finish. Squabble got ruined by tryhards. Yeah, like, so I love Squabble, and if a streamer mode comes out for it, I will return to it 100%. But it's the standard, like, competition ruins everything. Like, now, instead of just being like, I have a cool word that I start on, everybody, myself included, is like, here's my, like, 3-guess strategy, so that the highest incidence, 60% of the words in the dictionary, 60% of the letters, I should say, in the alphabet, not the dictionary. Like, I know exactly which ones are in and which ones aren't, and then I just type faster, and I'm like, well, at this point, you're basically, you turned yourself into an algorithm, which is fine. Like, that's, obviously, you can optimize Squabble, to just be, like, algorithmic, I guess. But it does make it not quite as fun if you want to just compete against other normal human beings. Yeah, at that point, you're pretty much just like... I mean, you gotta be careful with this rhetoric, I guess. I was gonna say you're just like a human script playing, but then that's also kind of like what chess is. So I'm not saying there's no skill to it, especially when you're competing against other people doing the same thing, but it definitely pushes out the casuals, who I want to be in there so that I can be a little bit try-hardy and win more than my fair share. Input delay. More chess when? Queen's Gambit 2, when the Queen's Gambit 2 comes out. How funny would it be if the Queen's Gambit board game that they made, which is not chess, weirdly enough, if that game became so popular that they wrote a book about someone who got really good at the Queen's Gambit board game and then turned that into a new Netflix show. And then made a board game about the Queen's Gambit 2 that was not the same as the board game for the Queen's Gambit, even though that would have made the most sense. And Fat Bastard loses all his money in an evil coin rug pull, teams up with a parallel universe of Austin Powerses from across the multitude of dimensions. The multitude of Mojo dimensions. Austin Powers and the Mojo-verse of grooviness. Didn't drop him. Honestly, if we have the most insane red coins the world has ever seen, we could be back. Whoop. Excuse me. There you go. Good grab. You better patent that. You can't patent bad ideas. I've tried. Would you kiss Justin Trudeau on the lips? I've been feeling like pretty bad about the state of like Western society. You know, the #1 trending thing on Canadian Twitter yesterday was, and I'll quote it as much as I can quote it. The #1 trending thing was, Justin Trudeau is the son of Pierre Elliott Trudeau and Margaret Trudeau. So literally, the news, essentially, at least on Twitter, has basically become facts from, like, the 1960s or 70s. It's just... like, for, like, 6 months, it was, you know, hey, Snopes says that vaccines don't have microchips in them. And I was like, that's pretty dumb, too. But now it's like, you know, Snopes says that Justin Trudeau's not Fidel Castro's son. And I'm like, we got a real problem. if this is what's making it, like, #1 on the news today. We gotta pull it back from the brink, man. Help me? Okay, do not turn around. Do not Simone. Just take me up the ramp. But, I mean, the question was, would I kiss him on the lips? Now that I know he's not related to Fidel Castro, probably not. If I knew he was related to Fidel Castro, I might have given him a big smooch. Now that I know he's 100% Canadian just like me, what's the point? I might as well just kiss a mirror. Ooh. Okay. We finished the run. No matter what, we finished the run. That was just a nasty bonk. We finished the run. Don't worry about a PB here. This is this is when you open your gym class by doing like some jogs. Yeah, it's not the fastest you've ever run before in your life, but get the muscles warmed up to actually do something, okay? That was greed. There was greed involved there. I'll be honest, we might even game over. And I'm okay with that. I'm starting to become okay with that. Help. A PB? What about a VB long neck? I only know what that is because of Chib. This is a beer that Australian people drink. Is that correct? Play the video? I don't know the video. That's how out of the loop I am on VB long neck. $20 to 8 in the fucking morning. I don't know the video. This is in my video blind spot. It's not quite my tempo. I don't know. I'm reading it from chat right now. Chat's quoting it, and I'm reading it with no context in an Australian accent. Please watch. Okay, one moment. Let me watch this drive first. We take those. We take those. I wish we didn't take it like that, but I'll live with that. Wall jump. Wall jump. We can learn how to wall jump. He's wall jumped it. Hit the button. We're finishing a run. I feel like Reds might actually be slower. You just love to talk, don't you? You should be a streamer. Reds are slower when you're acid them. I'm acid them. In order to eventually not be acid them, we have to be acid them for a bit until we get good at them. It's like, you know, when you get your first C in college, you don't go, damn, I used to get A's in 10th grade. I just got a C in college. Guess I spent my whole life in high school. You gotta graduate. You gotta embrace improvement as you get older. You gotta embrace responsibility. I got A's in both? Okay, nerd. Why are you in Twitch chat? Shouldn't you be, like, arguing with Bernie Sanders on Twitter because you pay too much tax or something? Shouldn't you be trying to tell me that Web3 solves this problem? You freaking nerd. Sorry, that's too much. I apologize. That's unnecessary. +1, +1, +1. I got some C's in university. You're competing against some very smart individuals. I was a good to great student throughout school, but there were some busted courses for me in university. University was the first time in my life where I got a bad grade, not because I just didn't put in the effort, but because legitimately I was like, what the hell? Like, I just kind of don't get it. Like, there were some classes where I was like, I probably could have upped my mark by like 15% here if I actually, you know, put in more work. And that's fine. I'm willing to accept that. There were some classes where I was like, I worked my ass off and I got like a 61 and I'm just happy it's over. Better. Look at that. We cut off 0.1. Like what? Definitely, Organic Chemistry 1 in my second year. I was lucky to get through that class. That's the big one. Everything else was right. Actually, the other one was math for, like, biological models using math, which was like a quote-unquote 5th year course that I took in 3rd year just to fulfill, like, an elective requirement, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? I have no idea what's happening. It was, like, basically, like, 4 math and physics majors to learn how to, like, interpret biological stuff. I was a biology student. The math was, like, so much more advanced. I gotta talk to Toad, you're absolutely right. The math was so much more advanced than I was ready for. But I did learn how to use Mathematica, which was honestly kind of sick. I guess it was, like, my first programming experience outside of, like, Visual Basic. That's on you, isn't it? Was there a part where I said it's the school's fault? I went to university in the mid-2000s. That was back when we still took responsibility for ourselves as adults, even if we were only 19. I felt like a little... you're gonna laugh because I shaved my head yesterday again. I felt my my hair stand up on edge, but only on the Costanza horseshoe over here. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. No! No! Well, what do we care? We got 2 lives. What do we care? We're not resetting. We need to get the confidence boost from finishing a run. I wish that it wasn't the case either. Oh, man. But it is. We need to finish a run so that we can eventually PB. Do you wish you had done a different major? Yes. I feel like a lot of people don't want to admit, like, they have regrets. I basically took biology as a major for bad reasons. I didn't look at career prospects. I had spent my whole life in school when I chose what to be, what to major in university. I didn't really know what I liked. I just knew what, like, my favorite school subject was. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll spend, like, the rest of my life doing that. That's fine. I feel like, I'm glad I got the opportunity to go back to school, even though it was night school, like, a little later. Because by doing programming was honestly, like, it was the first time I was, like, in school and I actually felt like, oh, this is, like, what I should be doing. Like, I'm kind of good at this. Like, not so good at programming that I'd be writing, like, essays in Twitch chat about things unrelated to programming, but good enough at programming that I was like, these assignments are a little bit of a challenge, but I can, like, feel my brain growing every time. So I think definitely, I mean, it depends on your definition of the word regret. I think it was a bad major for me to take. I didn't really like biology, it turns out. I just did well in it in high school. I have no interest in plants, really. That's a lot of biology. I have no interest in cells. I had some interest in, you know, like, evolutionary biology. But that's about it. But I feel like in that situation, it was really... That's why, you know, I always think... more of high school should be like practical stuff. Because I think if you just, I don't know. Now I'm like, I gotta talk about this during swims, but I guess who cares? You know, we're already screwing up our PB. But, like, I was under-equipped, partly due to my own, you know, inexperience, and partly due to, like, feeling a little unprepared by, like, the scholastic environment to actually choose what my major would be. Like, basically, I'd given it, like, not very much thought until senior year, and then you go into the guidance counselor's office, and they're like, so what do you want to major in? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty good at biology right now. Yahoo! Hold on, I'm not down about it, I'm just actually trying to focus. Because this is like, we're not gonna pull back for the PB. But look at this, show pants, show pants. I can't show pants. I'm schmoving right now. Whatever, damage boost me. We take those. We take it up. One cycle. Not bad. It's fine. We'll learn from it. I think we've learned a valuable lesson. We go a little bit too far to the left every time. We go a little too far to the left every time. What the heck was that? It was not fine. Try right side, Tony. That's psychotic. On the left slide, you gotta spam A. Okay. I think I've been trying to time it preciously, which might not be the right play. Thank you, Squeaks. By the way, Squeaks, people keep asking me to give them a quick light, and I refuse for the same reasons you pretend to refuse, because it would debase me. But the real reason is because I don't want to steal like every single one of your bits, at least not right away. I feel like I stole Kaka, and that's like a good steal for like 1 week, and then we'll let it simmer for like... Because like if you just steal someone's streaming personality wholesale, that sucks. I was still trying to time it. This is bad. If you let the memes filter in one at a time for a month, then that's culture. That's mimetic transmission. Okay, great start. No matter what, we're finishing this run. That was the promise I made. Because we've been having such scuffed runs for 2 days that if we don't finish a run, it just becomes like a negative mental spiral. So just treat this as practice. Is the camera a psycho? Yes, it's a psycho camera. Get over it. I'm not like other speedrunners. I embrace inconsistency. We do a little damage boosting around here. Are you seeing the schmovement though? The man has learned how to increase his momentum. I think that's honestly what's throwing me for a loop, is that I'm kind of like a little bit more momentum pilled now. Help. So my muscle memory is antiquated. Good start. Come on, man. Come on. Can you bounce me high enough? It's okay, schmoove me, dive me. Look at, like, that schmovement I would not have done before. Now I fell off because I got psycho camera, but... I will finish this run. I need a weekend, man. It's not like I worked too much this week. I'm just over it. My give a damn's busted. Thank God it's Friday. So true. Too slow? Or is it? Should probably get to the point where that's not improv every time. I think that would help me out. He's spamming. He's spamming. He's spamming. He's spamming. Just put me in the hole, man. Okay, that was a great run. We are 5 minutes off our PB, but that was a great run. Any words of advice for programming? I'm currently learning JavaScript and HTML. It's kicking my ass. I have some easy to take advice. I have some medium to take advice, and I have some hard to take advice. That might not be for everybody. The easy advice is just, you know, be patient. It's a lot easier to learn something over a large time scale. You know, if you put a lot of pressure on yourself, it's basically like learning how to program. If you've never done, if you're not like if you're not a cube rotator, let's put it that way. If you're more of a word cell, you're learning to think in a different way. You know, you're learning to problem solve stepwise instead of just like trying to come up with the solution all at once. So it's gonna take you some time. You can do this. You can do this. It's so simple. The medium difficulty advice is once you learn something, repeat it like 20 times as soon as you've learned it. Like this is Nerd City. We're gonna banter just because, you know, we're already over the PB. So like literally when I would show up to class for like, you know, 10 minutes early, I would just practice writing like the stuff that we had learned. Not even just like that week, but like months before. So I would, you know, show up to class, you know, when you're still learning, write a quick fizz buzz, write a quick for loop, rework the for loop to be a for each loop. Can you make it a while loop? Now make it a while loop. When you get error messages, actually try to like read and interpret the error messages and stuff like that, and that repetition will make you better at it. And then the hard advice that might not be for everybody is, you know, if you find yourself struggling with some stuff, please stand up. Gold BLJs, I can't believe it. If you find yourself struggling with some stuff, you may want to pursue, if you're doing like free code camp or something like that, you may want to pursue like a more structured educational environment where you have to take some responsibility for learning stuff that sucks to learn, because a professor will be disappointed with you if you don't get it done, or your self-esteem will crumble if you get like a 70 on an assignment. As a result, like, you know, you'll put more work into learning the stuff that otherwise you might just be like, I'm gonna choose to ignore this. But if you're like super early into programming, honestly, my advice is basically just practice and patience. Like, you know, you're not gonna become you're not gonna even get the basics overnight. You gotta sleep on it, let your brain, like, you know, add it to your lexicon. Hold on, triple jump me. He's insane. No, no, no. Not sliding on my back all the way down Butterscotch Alley. It's fine, we get to do it again. We get the privilege of doing it again. It's the same with Mario speedruns, you know? You can't learn it all in one day. You gotta be patient with yourself. You're patient with yourself, I should say. Yeah, also, don't, like, let people in chat get you down when they say programming in JavaScript low. Everybody's got, you know, things that come easy to them and things that come hard. Some days I don't come easy. Some days I don't come hard. Some days I just don't come at all. These are the days that never end. Meatloaf, God rest him. I did that about 4 times yesterday, too. That's embarrassing. JavaScript it basically just sucks. I didn't learn JavaScript until I already had taken some classes in Java, C#, C++, and Swift, I think. So I got into it, like, late enough that I already had, like, a programming basis. But I did not enjoy programming in JavaScript. Partly, I guess, because web dev I mean, there's some differences, I guess, between web dev programming and, you know, incredibly boring back-end stuff like I was doing in all my other classes, but... I mean, when I learned C#, it just, like... It ruined all other programming languages for me. That's just how code should be written, man. I don't... As of 2016. I don't know if maybe there's been some... innovations, that maybe something else has come around, but... What a throw. Isn't it very wordy? I'm a wordy guy, man! I'm not a cube rotator. Otherwise I'd be programming in, like, Haskell or something. Incredibly word cell take. So true, so true. What a horrible run. But I'm glad we finished one. That feels nice. Okay, put me back. I'm even gonna do so. I'm gonna save the golds on that one. Look at that. Now start me again. Good stuff. 3, 2, 1, go. Split Bowser 3 a little early. I guess, technically. Now we can schmooze. Why am I comparing against last run? Compare against average? Come on, come on. Wow, whoa! Compare against
Yours truly, Princess
best segments.
Peach.
Compare against personal best. What's wrong with my splits are broken? Ah, whatever. Enjoy some golds. Burr, 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 burr. Fresh start, baby. Fresh start. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I think that's my advice for everything. It's easier advice to take as an old man. It's just anything you're trying to do, like, be patient with yourself. This is a long damn life, man. Maybe you're not gonna have 6-pack abs for, like, you know, your trip to the Caribbean 2022. But if you play your cards right, you could have 6-pack abs for your trip to the Caribbean 2023 till, like, 2050. Let's see those golds, baby. I did 7-minute abs, just you wait. 6-pack, come on, man, 7-minute abs? We're way past that meta. Now we're on 6-pack shortcuts. A lot of people might not have been around for YouTube in that era, but... What the heck? Hey. Hey. My god. Improv. I'm in chat. I'm in chat. There we go. Good split. Help. Radio Shack is going to make a Radio Shack cryptocurrency. That's pretty sweet. That seems like a good business move. There's... the first thing I thought of when I read that sentence, Radio Shack as an entity still exists. Like, they must have no locations, I'm sure. But, like, they still have a corporate umbrella that they, like, do things under. There's one Radio Shack. There's one 3 minutes from my house. It's gotta be in Indiana, right? Tell me it's in Indiana. Did I ever tell you about the time I bought a game from Radio Shack? Like a video game. They used to have a very small glass case. This is when they were already going downhill, by the way. I forget what game I bought, but it was a PS2 game. I opened up the disc, or the case, and then the disc was replaced with like just a blank CDR that just had a bunch of graffiti like keyed into it. I was so pissed. I forget what I was buying, but it definitely was not a blank CDR with like the anarchy symbol scratched into it. There's still 500 Radio Shacks? That's crazy. I mean, the concept of a Radio Shack is kind of like a based idea for a store, right? You know, instead of just anytime anything breaks, instead of buying a new one, you just go to Radio Shack and pick through bins until you find the components you need to build to fix it. At least it was that, remote control cars, quadcopters, and like AAA batteries. That was the Radio Shack business model. That's about all I got. I don't really remember anything else about Radio Shack. That's pretty much it. Kaka. Old store names are so good though, man. We used to have Radio Shack, Electronics Boutique. Now we got GameStop. I used to shop for games at a boutique store that had 2 locations in the same mall. One on the first floor, one on the second floor. Business was booming. Homegrown Simpson stuff. Etc., etc. Please grab it. Oh, thank you. This is goldable, man. Byway. Dude, I forgot about Byway. There's a weird mall in my hometown. It's called the Kingston Center. It used to... Now it's like... It's got a central mall and then a bunch of... I mean, like... standalone stores outside of it in a strip mall style. You know, like... Chipotle, 10 cell phone stores... you know, 2 Subways, etc., etc. But when I was a kid, it was just the mall. And the mall was like constantly the second most popular mall in my hometown. It was never #1. But that made it super cool. Because it used to have a Byway, which was like a dollar department store. But then the Byway went out of business. They said, fuck it. They replaced that shit with a Byway-sized 18-hole mini golf course. You would never see that shit at the Cataraqui Town Center. They would have a new anchor tenant in there in like... a month, at most. There would be like, you know, a Zellers or something would take over that space, but the Kingston Center was like, fuck it, independent 18-hole miniature golf course. I remember one of the chess tournaments was at the Kingston Center, so it was like a 5-round chess tournament. I did, I can't remember exactly how it went, but I think I had a lot of time between like the semifinals and the finals. I just shot 18 holes real quick. It really did a great job of de-stressing me. And I was able to take home the gold in the Eastern Ontario Chess Regional Championship in my age group. I'm happy to say. I mean, I got silver the first year I played, then I got gold the 2 years after that. 1 year, I can't remember even how long I played for. Help me. Burr, burr, burr. Okay, focus. We got red coins. I'm interested in the mall posting. Kingston Center had kind of a goated food court as well. That's also where I bought all my Goosebumps books at Smith Books, but it had an A&W, it had an Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, it had a Salamagundi. I don't even know what that is. I think it was like they made deli sandwiches or something. None of these are real places. I assure you, they're real, and they're fabulous. Good, good, good. Sweaty hands, sweaty mouths, talk about the passion. You know what? I'm gonna simmer on this one. I'm gonna hit the button the second time. And then lose the whole run. That's pain. I don't wish to update my splits. That hurts. At least, I love to see the lulls in chat. I love to see the lulls in chat. I knew it was going to happen, too. 3, 2, 1, go. Load me up again. I think you need a break from Mario. Stop trying to trick me into playing Mamba Zo, okay? They asked nicely. I said, no, thank you. Now they're trying to get into my psychology. They're trying to make my brain lines crawl with calamari. How about Isaac? There's not enough Isaac for it. 6,000 episodes wasn't enough. Isaac is very bad chest. I love it, but it's very bad chest. Poggy! Bat chest! He got mom's bra wire in the boss room! Poggy! You say it like it means something? If I want to go back... That's pretty true, by the way. If I want to go back and start watching Isaac content, what should I start watching? I have no idea. I have no clue. In all honesty, like, I would recommend you don't. There's not, like, just watch, like, Succession or something. Like, there's a payoff there, there's character development, it respects your time. I mean, I can't believe it. It's the dream split. I'm not saying, like, it's not worth watching. Like, if you find it entertaining, that's fine. I'm just saying. It's very uneven. Much like One Piece. Succession doesn't have good anecdotes. I guess that's true. That's pretty true. Minus 2 billion. What the hell? What a run so far. Okay, you know what? We should learn something here. Go up here, do the quick cannonless. If cannonless fails, we have wild blue, but it's not gonna fail. Squeaks, should I learn texture? Is it hard? I mean, like, this is not my average cannonless, so, like, don't insult me. This is worse than average by far. It's not hard? Alright, but you said red coins was hard, and I've been pretty much bodying that every single time. So I'm inclined to think that you might not know what you're talking about. Copium, copium. It's just like you just memorize like a spot on the bridge, right? I can do that. I'm very detail-oriented for a word cell. You line up the texture? With what, though? Thoughts on pajamas. Finally, someone's asking it, okay? I don't wear pajamas. But this is... I can't believe we haven't talked about this more. Because this is a classic, like, is a hot dog a sandwich style conversation. I sleep t-shirt and underwear. No pants. That's my dream sleep. Why don't I sleep just in underwear? Because I'm ashamed of my body and my body hair. Also think it probably means I'd have to change my sheets more often because I'm like a very hirsute man. Why do I not sleep naked? I'm worried that, like, I actually like the feeling of wearing underwear. Because I feel like without underwear, there's a chance I'll like roll weird and like twist my dick off, or like create a testicular torsion event or something like that. So I'm a shirt and underwear guy. I would rather sleep, this is real, like I would find it easier to get to sleep in a shirt, underwear, and socks than I think I would with a shirt, underwear, and pajama pants. Like, those pajama pants, they just... Like, why am I wearing pants in bed? I mean, why am I wearing socks in bed? To keep my little feet warm. I don't actually wear socks to bed. I'm just saying I could sleep in socks easier than pants. I also think I could sleep in jeans just as easy as I could sleep in pajama pants. I don't want to sleep in either, but I'm like, what? I get that, like, pajama pants are supposed to be, like, softer or whatever. Like, they're made of silk. But jeans, I don't find jeans uncomfortable. I'll sleep in whatever, jeans included. I'm happy to hear that I'm not the only one. To sleep in, it doesn't bother me. Okay, why do I find my jeans not uncomfortable, Kate?
Because you tear your pants in half in your crotch area.
She's right, I do. Most jeans that I wear, I do rip the crotch out accidentally within a couple months. By the way, the ABC pants from Lululemon going strong. No.
One of our viewers.
One of our viewers did recommend it.
Anti-wall crushing technique.
Muscle memory destroyed. Same dude, no shame in that. I'm telling you, they stitch them different. Like the ABC pants from Lululemon, they stitch them different. The stitch doesn't run across like the horizon. They build like a little extra pocket. So instead of going like whomp, which creates a lot of tension, it goes like whomp whomp. So they have like more slack. They make it a Y shape instead of just a line. I wear them daily. They're top notch. I mean, these pants are as comfortable as pajama pants, but they kind of look like, well, it depends what color you get. They kind of look like dress pants. It's like the best of both worlds. But we've established this before. Men's formal dress is very funny, or at least like business dress. Like, men's dress pants are so comfortable. They're basically pajama pants. But men's dress shoes are like the least comfortable it's basically like wearing a leather clog. They're so uncomfortable. And then I hate to be this guy, and I'm outing myself here as well. If you have to wear a button-up shirt tucked in at work, I hope to God they also force you to wear a suit jacket. Because unless you're in incredible shape, a button-up shirt tucked into dress pants with no jacket is just a horrible look. Like, I feel like I'm sucking in my stomach all day. At least when you have a suit jacket, you're like, not everybody's looking at my muffin top right now. What the hell? I'm okay. Hold on, I should focus for the first time in my life. What the hell was that? I rode the icicle, man. I got shocked by 2 balls. What? I got shocked by all 3 balls? Not clickbait. Is it a little scuffed? Nah, this looks about normal for me.
Mamma mia.
35%. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. He will finish the run.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Hello.
Okie dokie.
You need to practice red coins?
Please come to the castle.
Do you work for Hotels.com? Because you're acting a lot like Captain Obvious right now.
Peach.
Yes, I do. Congratulations. He just wanted to help. He didn't want to help. He wanted the feeling of having helped. There's a difference. Compare against personal best. Is someone saying, like, you should work on that? That's not help. You don't get the feeling of... I was going to say benediction, but I don't know what that word means. What does benediction mean? It's a type of eggs. You don't even want to hear my opinions on, like, breakfast, man. I know, I got a lot of takes that are not common. Don't really like a French toast. Don't really like an Eggs Benedict, honestly. I'm a classic breakfast guy, but my favorite aspects of the classic breakfast are in order. Potatoes. What the hell happened there? Potatoes, then the breakfast meat, then the toast, then the damn eggs. It's not as bad as it could be, honestly. How early is it acceptable to drink your first soda? I'm not gonna answer that question. But I will say 20 to 8 in the damn morning, VB Longneck. He knows the video, he knows. I mean, I don't think you should have a soda until lunch. That's my take on that. That's the best movement I've ever done there, for sure. Why? Well, like, you probably shouldn't be drinking soda at all. So to, like, it's reasonable to impose some kind of, like, arbitrary limit on yourself. Like, I won't start drinking sodas till lunch. As a result, you, like, lower your consumption to a level that's, like, maybe not quite as harmful to you. What about a Coke Zero? It's just, I mean, sure, it's just societal. You could drink this stuff whenever, and I'll eat, you know what I had for breakfast this morning? I had a cold chicken fajita. So I'm not gonna say, oh, you can only have, chicken fajitas have to be warmed up because society says so. You can't have a fajita for breakfast. Were there eggs in it? No, there was no eggs in it. It was just leftovers from dinner. So I'll be the first to tell you that, like, I'm not a slave to society's ideas of what a meal should be for whatever time of the day. But I don't know, with soda, I'm like, I feel like the optimum is like 0. So I just feel like it says something about you if you're like, I like to have a soda at 9 a.m. every day. And I don't want that to be part of my personality. That's my take. Coffee, though? Oh, here we go. You don't do drugs? What about glucose? Spare me. I'm pogging right now. Can you not try to stun lock me in the middle of my PB? This is new tech. Let's kill him next to the star. That's new technology. Right here. That should save us about 1/8 of a second. Nope. Oh, man. Opinions on midnight snacks? I think food tastes better after dinner. Is one of my vices for sure, is eating dinner and then like 2 or 3 hours later being like, I should just eat like everything in this house right now. But that's why like I try not to stock, at least right now, I try not to stock like junk food. So instead I just end up eating like 2 spoonfuls of peanut butter and like a banana. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go to bed. I will say, and Kate, I hope you're not upset that I bring this up, okay? We had, for dinner last night, for the baby, I forgot it's owl time. I made the baby a chicken finger, but there was one chicken finger full size and one little, you know, nub left in the bag. So I said, let's just air fry both of those, and if she wants more, then we can give her the little nub, right? She didn't want more, so I started eating the nub. And I made the mistake of, like, I left it on the cutting board on our kitchen island. 2 minutes later, I went back to finish the second half of the nub. Didn't see it. Opened up the compost bin, and I see a chicken nugget with a bite out of it sitting on top of the compost bin. I don't know if I've ever had that much genuine hurt in my voice. I said to my wife, did you throw my chicken tender in the compost? And she was like, oh, I didn't know you were eating it. I thought it was just on the cutting board. I was like, there was a bite out of it. There was, my exact dental records were imprinted on it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't eat it out of the compost bin. I'm not George Costanza. I didn't even think about it, honestly. But I was like, it wasn't just that it was like I was halfway through it. That was the last one in the bag, man. Now I gotta go to the damn grocery store and buy some more chicken tenders. Hope my baby isn't that hungry. And then maybe I'll get a chance to eat another half chicken tender. Broke my damn heart. That was like, I had such a hard day yesterday. That was like the only thing I was looking forward to. I gotta say, we're getting mighty consistent at at this first section. Now, if we could just actually make it past red coins, so we could fail in the second act instead of the first act. Have you thought about just making yourself chicken tenders? Well, the optimal amount of chicken tenders to eat is 0, so I try to only eat them when the baby has leftovers. You know, these are not rules for me and not for thee. I adhere to these rules as well, or at least consider myself an adherent of them. No! Okay, we're gonna run this one out. We're gonna run this one out. I knew I didn't have time. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. 3, 2, 1, go.
It's me, Mario.
Son of a bitch.
Okie dokie.
He will finish a run. What the? No, that's not how you play this game. What the hell? I can do this. 25 minutes? Sure, we got time for one. 3, 2, 1, go. Already a Bowser 1 Pog.
It's me, Mario. Hello.
Casino on finishing a run? We finished, like, you can't run a casino on that. Because I'll just finish a run. Because I hate the doubters.
Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
That's too much within my control. There is a 0% chance, like if we're doing money markets for this, okay? 0% chance I play Horizon Forbidden Dawn. Literally, it might even be less than 0. Sifu, I would say there's a 25% chance it gets played within the next week. If it doesn't get played within the next week, it falls to 0. I would say 60-40. I play a game called, I think it's called Cardboard Kings that just came out. Little King of Retail style game where you run your own Magic the Gathering store. That's, I would say that's sitting at above a 50% likelihood to make it on the docket for the next week, at least for a little section. SAP is 100% guaranteed. Mario 64 is 100% guaranteed. Rogue Tower, I would put that at an 85% confidence interval. Zoms, very likely as well. I'd say you're probably sitting at like maybe a 90 for that, especially where Mario exists, Zoms also exists. They go together like Fortnite and Cola. Yippee. He hit it? At least I hit it once. I'll take it. We take those. With this data, we can train the neural network. This man won't even mention Knight's Try. Knight's Try, 5% chance to show up on the docket next week. Great game. C- analytics. And F for YouTube Content ID matching every single episode because apparently CD Baby owns Claude Debussy's Claire de Lune. How about Sifu? Yeah, I'd love to play Sifu. Let's see if you can fit these nuts in your mouth. You see, the first time people asked about Sifu, I answered the question. If you weren't listening, you get these nuts. These nuts. There you go. 2 tries. 2 quick ones. What was your answer, though? I'm not going to say it because I literally said it a minute and a half ago now. I'm not going to say it. I'll repeat something I said an hour ago. You might not have been here. 30 seconds ago. Like, it took you 30 seconds to type the message. If I do it for you, you're never going to learn how to tie your shoes yourself. Come on, be a pal. Okay, I think I said 25%. But if it doesn't hit in the next week, that goes down to near 0. An Elden Ring. Oh, man. Video games take too long to make. Excuse me, a new version of Wave Link is available. Get out of here. Can you imagine taking like 6 years to make Assassin's Creed 3? I mean, it's more impressive than anything I've ever done. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's so sad. People, you spend like 10 years working on a game. Your job was like, you know, doing the textures on the flowers that show up in Leonardo da Vinci's wall hangers. And then, gamers don't even play it. They watch a streamer play it for 5 minutes and go, this sucks. I would never recover. I would have to go work in... I would have to go start doing like programming for a bank or something. That's when you just commit the rest of your life to working in a basement with no human contact ever again. I gotta climb the tower. I lost my voice for a moment there. I actually am genuinely not sick though. And not just because my Peloton output was schmooted here. Schmooted? Schmoovement? Goated? I thought the stream broke. Occasionally I get a little frog in my throat for sure. I think it's from 10 years of shouting at straw men. True, true, true. You have been shouting a lot. It is true. That's true.
Tego.
Assassin's Creed 3 was set in America. What was Da Vinci doing? Somebody hasn't read any Dan Brown. Da Vinci's the motherfucker pulling the strings behind all this shit. Da Vinci, you know, he was there at the signing of the Magna Carta. He was whispering in Martin Luther's ear, like, hey, nail this shit to the church door. He was like, oh, at the Council of Nicaea, he was playing both sides. Don't even get me started on the Diet of Worms. He was there at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. He said, put in the part about under God. This is all true. Leonardo da Vinci put the pyramid on American money. I do have to, I don't know the answer to this. Why is the pyramid with the eyeball on the American bill? Nobody knows? Come on, that shouldn't... Goodbye, my sweet. It symbolizes God's eye? What does that mean? What do you mean it symbolizes God's eye? It's an eyeball. It's not a symbol, it's a picture. Reminds me of one of my favorite Flight of the Conchords quotes. Great song, Brett. I have a couple of notes for you. So in the second line, when you said you would climb the highest mountain for her, would you really do that? No, I guess not. Well, why did you say it then? Oh, it's a metaphor. A metaphor for what? About how I'd do anything for her. Oh, okay. Would you climb the highest mountain for her? No. Well, I get your point. People talk, people talk. I almost long jumped off the edge there. I'm twisted up, man. I don't even know how far back we are. That's how messed up this is. I don't even have splits. Like, Americans make fun of Canadian money because, like, you know, it's had, like, you know, beavers on it, or, like, caribou, or, like, the $5 bill used to have, like, people playing pond hockey on it. You got a building on one side, and then they were like, we can't think of another American symbol, just put a pyramid with an eyeball on the top. What the hell were you thinking? At least ours has, like, some national significance. I'm bad. Officially bad. We're gonna wait one cycle. It wasn't there until 1935? What the hell? Slow run. Nobody does it like that anymore. Simone. Don't you have coins with, like, glow-in-the-dark dinosaurs on them? I don't know. I know for a while, like, the bills were made out of animal fat, which is kind of... That wasn't in, like, the 1700s. That was, like, 2010. Like, if you ever ran out of olive oil, you could just throw a 10-piece into the pan and wait for it to start sizzling. That's not how you do that, but you know what? We're alive. Oh, you thought I was gonna die there. You dummy. I'm very much alive. Don't forget the star. You did too? True, true. That's pretty true. Backwards, Simone. Put me in. All right. When's the Jackbox starting? 15 minutes. 15 minutes. fast Bowser. Incredible. One of the best probably a statistically, mathematically perfect Bowser. Frameless text skip. My god, we're actually going to get to see Sandland. For the second time in 3 hours. Best movement you've ever seen there. Best movement you've ever seen there. Then put me in, coach. Then drop me off. What happened the previous times? I've fucked up on red coins 4 or 5 times. And then one time I went into the pyramid. It hasn't necessarily been a landmark day. I'm in, coach. I'm not in, coach. Put me in, coach. I'm in. Is there any lore on, like, why Mario can shmove like this? Like, 'cause he's just a guy, right? Like, where did he learn to do a long jump? High school athletics? Plumbing school? Simone? I don't know, man. I don't have an answer for you. Jump me? Dive me? My god. I'm actually not brain dead. It just takes a couple hours to get going. All white splits. He's a track star? I honestly think it's part of the reason I think my runs have been bad is because I've been, at 9 p.m. every night, I've been drinking some NyQuil and then going to sleep. I think my brain's still working out the NyQuil. I sleep like a damn baby, though. It's so crazy that they tried to make, like, a cold medicine and actually made, like, the best sleep aid that's ever existed in human Earth. Human Earth? Well, I mean, that's probably true. Not that many animals probably out there drinking NyQuil. Take Z-Quil instead? No, I was sick. I was... I'm not gonna take Z-Quil. I just look forward to getting slightly ill so I can take the real stuff. Good stuff. That's fine. It happens. Everybody gets one. The mental strength is insanity. Look at that. What the heck is Z-Quil? I think, honestly, too many people, when they weren't sick, were taking NyQuil to fall asleep. So they made a version of it that has, like, the sleepy stuff, but doesn't have any of, like, the acetaminophen or anything like that. The paracetamol. So that you don't, like, blow out your liver just trying to get a solid 7 hours every night. Not bad. Kieras? No, no Kieras, okay? I'm so pissed. This morning, I blew the whole thing wide open, man. I blew the whole thing wide open. Why don't they ever make hard shell fajitas? They make hard shell tacos. They never make hard shell fajitas. I want a hard shell fajita. That's just a regular taco? No, make it a fajita. That's a tostada. Now, I'll give you that. It might be a tostada. You know what you're talking about. that was never gonna work. Terrible take. I think they need to make... I love the texture of a hard shell taco. As long as the taco shell is not horrible, like an old El Paso. As long as it's like good, I enjoy a hard shell taco. But they need... Okay. Movement improvement. They need to make them easier to fill. Like, I know they make slightly easier to fill tacos, but only old El Paso is making the ones that have, like, the bell shape. All hard taco shell companies need to make easy to fill tacos. I always, like, I feel like I can't stuff the taco as deep as I want to go. I mean, as much as I want to stuff it. Because it's hard to stuff it in there without cracking open the shell. Or alternatively, from just dropping half the ingredients onto the plate instead. That's the main reason I do soft tacos and fajitas way more often. That hurt? That hurt me? I've lost the touch. Never mind, I'm the best to ever do it. Tried putting less fillings in? Yeah, but I don't want to put less fillings in. Why should I have to change my behavior to fit the old El Paso Corporation? I'm the consumer. The whole society is supposed to bend to the consumer. Otherwise, why are we doing this capitalism stuff? My God, he's actually done it? He's up. Okay, now. Piece of shit. You're still a piece of shit. I do not forgive you. I saw my life flash before my eyes. That's alright. On our PB, we fell off the top of the level. Drop me. Prezzo's trick. Sorry, at least it's not red coins this time. I knew that was coming. Okay. Compromise movement. Take a look ahead. Gonna do a quick double. Into a dive. Acceptable time loss. Put me up, coach. Old El Paso is going to outlive us all. The way they should be tasting, there should honestly be a new El Paso. And I'm not afraid to say it. Don't fall. It's fine, I'll wait a cycle. I mean, let's be honest, this run was not going to be that impressive to begin with. We might as well take a cycle. No other streamer makes it look that scary. That's why you watch me. I wanted that one. I was like, I was prepared for it. Well, 21.56 is not in the cards for us. But I think our best red coins time is like our route with red coins is like 24.30. So there's a chance that's in here. We've only done BLJs once before today. Your safety is not guaranteed. I'm in. Oh my god, it's the best awning clip I've ever done in my life. That hurt because we almost had it about 3 times. We almost had it about 3 times. We don't Morpheus clip anymore, okay? I refuse to advertise for free for The Matrix when they're releasing it on HBO Max for free for Americans and $30 on the Cineplex store for Canadians. My Morpheus would never do that shit. This one's not in. This one's not in. Come on, this one's not in. They do be getting sued, apparently. I don't know what for, but I'm gonna say good. Is that problematic? All right. Canada has the Olympics for free. Isn't NBC a free channel? Isn't that like, if you live in America, isn't that like Channel 7 or something? Yes, it is. Okay, there you go. Easy enough. That could be in. Stop wiggling the stick, Mario! And this is a disaster. Never mind, it's pretty good. Oh my god. Can Americans just use CBC Gems for free? You better not. I've never used a VPN to watch American content. You using a VPN to... I mean, you don't want to start this scene because it'll be a goddamn arms race, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even know. Is that Panic at the Disco? Perfect timing? You telling me I could have been VPNing free episodes of The Daily Show on ComedyCentral.com for 10 years? I felt it catch. Whoa, what the heck? My splits are back. I hit the wrong button on my numpad and all my splits came back. There's no way we were... This is compared to average. This is not compared to best. I promise you. I wish that it was compared to best, but it's not. Look at the PB of 2616. You know what? We can still beat our average. Oh my god. I'm just gonna try again. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. There you go. You know you're in trouble when you can't even land like a triple jump. Kind of a cursed day of Mario, but you know what? I still had fun. The thing is, I think you gain more skill when the runs are hard than when they're easy. When it's hard, it's when you build the real muscle mass. Look at that. We can still learn there. Saved. It improves your mental fortuitousness. If it's easy, everyone could do it. Take it. Dude, people in chat will actually be like, you can tell he's tilted, and then they post like an essay for how to tell. You would know if I was tilted. I would be playing Zombs Royale right now. You want to see tilted? Search hashtag Nintendo Direct when they don't announce Breath of the Wild 2 in the Nintendo Direct. Bunch of people with like Samus avatars losing their damn minds. This is just another day at the office for me. One of these days we're gonna get that, man. One of these days we're gonna get that. I am banned on Twitter. Honest question, you have to answer this. I'm forcing you to answer this. Are you former American President Donald J. Trump? If so, give me $1 million right now. I demand it. Or you have to leave. If you're not, you have to give me $1 million or leave right now. If you're Donald Trump. No, not a loan, a gift. A dividend. We completed 2 runs. You know what? That's faster than my average Bowser 3. How sad is that? Put me in here and then join the lobby.